And sorry, making sure I got everybody here. Okay. And be concerned about how am I going to hit it? How am I going to hit it? But be excited. Jenny and I are the ones that are going to be pushing you to make sure you hit those goals, right? So you coming in and being like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? Right? But then you need to execute. That's going to be your all's role in this whole thing. Our role is to make sure you're staying on track by using the tools that we're showing you. I have a lot of other tools I'm going to show you that we can implement as well. Again, what I found is that if you start using more and more tools, we start trying to give you more and more tools, you're going to not use them all. I can give you a ton of tracking systems, right? All these different forms to fill out. And you're just going to be like, I have more time filling out this shit than I do actually doing my business. So try to simplify it to basically 2 forms for you to look at, 2 things that you look at. And one you can actually do however you want. So those of you that are online, thank you for joining. I'm going to switch screens so you don't have to look at me. And I'm going to go to the handouts. The handouts are in the notes. And you'll be able to see what we're talking about. So the first one is this goal tracking sheet for 2025. This is a sample. I filled it out. So you're going to take your goals that you have, your production goals, your actual goals for the year, and you'll fill this out at the beginning of each month. Okay? So your monthly goals, in the top left, you'll see, I know that if I want to do 48 homes a year, right? And I've done my calculations percentage-wise, how many listings and how many buyers I want to work. And I'll just say it's 50-50, right? So that means I need to do how many a month? How many listings? I want to hit 48 a year. How many listings do I need to do a month? 48 is 4 transactions a month, right? And I want to do 50-50, so that's 2 listings a month and 2 buyers a month. Okay, so that means my goal here is list 2 homes a month. Okay, and then my buy is 2 buyers under contract or closed a month. I want to lose some of this. I want to exercise, right? That's one of my goals. I'm going to put it on there. This is my monthly goals. We filled our calendar out for vacation, didn't we? Okay, holy crap, he's got on here, purchase, they actually buy the tickets. What? Yeah, because that means you're committed to taking the vacation. But we have action steps. That means that sometime this month, we're going to buy those tickets for the vacation in June. What? January, I'm going to buy my ticket? How can I plan that far ahead? Yeah, that's how you know you're going to do it. That's how you commit to doing it, right? Because in January, you buy your vacation tickets for June because you're going to get better pricing, right? Further advance you buy them, the better pricing you're going to get. Or you start doing the research and watching it, right? And then it'll make carry the next month, and then you buy them the next month. But you got to buy the tickets ahead of time. If you don't buy them, you're never going to do it. You're just going to wait till the day before, be like, all right, let's go. You're going to pay more, right? Then you're going to be stressed the whole time because you didn't plan to do it, and you're just like, You're going to be stressed when you buy the tickets because you're like, how do I know I can take that time off? Well, you know, because you bought the tickets. See what I mean? Now you're working your schedule. I'm going to grow my database by 10 A's. How do I do that? I'm going to show you. If you go to the right, you have your goals. That means I need to list two homes for the month. I need to go 4 appointments for the month. Because I have a I list, you know, half the homes that I go to appointments for. I want to write 2 buyer contracts. I need to have 6 appointments for buyers, 6 buyer consults. Because most buyers are going to wait, right? Most buyers aren't buying in the next 30 days. So I need to build what's called a pipeline, okay? Which is the bottom section. So your pipeline, remember I told you at the beginning how you can forecast your business so you know how much you're going to make? This is how, by looking at your pipeline. Puts it all together. So your pipeline, I know at the start of the month, I have 1 listing coming within the next 90 days, right? And I know that after that, post 90 days, I have 2 more coming. Now, there's some people that say, let's break it to 30, under 30, 30 to 60, 60 to 90. But we know that if a buyer is coming along and they buy, sorry, I'm a bit more people. You know, if a buyer comes along and they want to buy, you can start. Please mute yourself, whoever that is. Thank you. So you know that if you talk to a buyer today, it could be 30, 60, 90 days. But you also know that if they need to buy, you can write an offer if they're 90 days out, right? Negotiate closing, first payment, that kind of thing. If you have a seller that needs to sell within 90 days, what's their time on the market? 45 to 60 days is how long homes are sitting on the market, right? That's why we're tracking 90 days, because that means those are our hot people, right? Those are the people we need to be working and talking to, and let's go, right? Those are our priorities. If they're over 90 days, they're going to move to our, we just need to make sure we're keeping in touch with them, but we know that how many there are. So we're forecasting how much business we have. So right now, at the beginning of this month, I have 3 listings coming up. 1 probably this month, if it's within 90 days. 2 for the next quarter. I need to build that up, right? I don't have enough. If I'm doing 2 a month, I need to build that up, right? And the little hash marks beside where it says end, as I get these, I'm going to put marks. Just like hash, 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 you know what I mean? So I can count them. At the end of the month, I'll transfer that to the start of the next month. Does that make sense? Then I put how many closed. My goal was 2 for the month, so I didn't hit it, did I? For my listings. See what I'm saying? See how you're tracking everything on one sheet? Same with buyers. I started with 2 that are within 90 days, 4 that are over 90 days. Again, y'all, these handouts are in the notes section. So if you want to get the handouts and follow along, it's on the screen. It's in the notes section. So again, at the beginning of the month, I started with 2 buyers and that are within 90 days, 4 buyers that are over 90 days, and I closed 2. But look at what I added. I added 3 more at the end, and I have 1 more that's growing. See what I'm saying? Does that make sense? So you're tracking your business. You know what's going on. But you're going to take it to another level. On the right side, you're just going to write the names of the addresses of the people that you're working with. Like you see James, he's a buyer. So this way you don't lose track. How many of you sticky notes or write on envelopes or write on the back of your hand, right? You get to name somebody, you write it down somewhere, and then you forget where you put it. Keep this in one location on your desk, in a binder, I don't care. And then when you come in every morning, if you have somebody else, you write their name down, whether it's a buyer or a seller. Look, you got the whole page. Hopefully you fill the whole page. Now you really know what your pipeline is, don't you? Now you really can forecast what you're going to make, can't you? Is that cool? Pretty neat, huh? And guess what you're going to bring when you come to our coaching sessions? So we can track what's going on. Let's break it down even further. Let's look at, we talked about what we're doing a month. If you see it has the check boxes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Most months do have 4 weeks, but there are some that have 5. Okay? And what you're going to do is like our first goal is write 10 personal cards a day. Every week, I want to write 10 personal cards a day. Right? If you want to. This is a sample. If you want to write 2 a day, if you want to write 5 a day, if you want to write 20 a day, these are all samples. This is an example. At the very back, you have a blank one that you can fill out, okay? This first one is just an example so that y'all can see what it would actually look like to use it. Everybody online, you tracking? You good? If you have a question, just speak up, please. The second one is touch 50 people a week. Holy shit, 50 people? How do I touch 50 people? Right? There's a couple different ways. If you talk to your buyers and you talk to your sellers, right? That's a touch. Because they know somebody, right? They're going to know somebody you're keeping in touch. What's the biggest complaint that people have, buyers and sellers have with their agents? Anybody know? They don't keep in touch. So if you make a habit to keep in touch with them every week, you check that off. Make sense? The other thing is to socialize. Like, oh, I hate to socialize. Well, then call people. I don't care. If you don't want to socialize, you don't want to talk to people, and you're waiting for people to call you, you're not going to hit your goals, right? The goal is to grow your database. So what do I talk about whenever I go to see them? Well, look across the bottom. A touch is a buyer or seller appointment, even calling and talk to them. Or you follow the Ford system. You talk to someone about their family, their occupation, their recreation, things they like to do, or their dreams. Did I say call them and say, hey, you're looking to buy or sell real estate? No. Why? We're building relationships, right? How many?
What's the R?
Recreation. It's across the very bottom. See, it says recreation. Yep, I already have it in there for you. I'm trying to make this as easy as possible. It's right there, right? Pretty cool, huh? So you call and talk to somebody. Hey, how's your day going? Pretty good. They hear about their family. How's the family? How's your job? You're going to get something from them to where you'll put on your calendar, right? Which we're going to talk about how your day looks in a minute. You're going to put on your calendar for next week to follow up with Susie because they had a soccer game over the weekend. See what I'm saying? See how that system works? See how you're creating a flow? It's going to be pretty cool. I need to do 1.5 buyer consults a week. Why did I say 1.5? Because not all of them. If I do 1.5 a week, right? That's 6 a month. See what I mean? If I do 2 this week, I only got to do 1 next week. If I do 1 this week, I got to do 2. See what I mean? Makes it a lot easier when you're looking at 48 transactions. Holy shit. But now you're breaking it down to, look, I've only got to do 1 listing appointment, 1.5 buyer consults a week. A listing appointment. If I'm in the flow and talking to people, right? Everybody in your database, how many people do you think that statistics say, let me back up. Statistics say that every 1 person in your database can bring you 4 transactions a year. 4. They know 4 people they're going to transfer or do something a year. So when I talk to you about your database in A, B, C's, and D's, where do you think the 4 is coming from? What group? Your A's, right? Because those are the ones that are your raving fans. Those are the ones that are going to send you business. So when we talk about how many A's do you have in your database, and you say 50, it's potentially 200 appointments a year. Pretty nuts, huh? That could be really, really profitable, couldn't it? Most of folks don't have. I think I had 41 in my database, 41 A's, right? Your database is just one of those, the terrible analogy I've given to some of you is it's like a sick dog. You have a sick dog at home. Everybody have a sick animal at home, right? It gets to the point you get tired of cleaning up after. You just get tired of it. But you love it because you're going to feed it, and you're going to hug it, and you're going to nurture it. But you hate cleaning up, right? That's your database. It's the same thing. It's like a sick dog. I know that's terrible, but it's the truth. You know? It is. So if you look at that, so like 2 pop buys a week. Al, what's a pop buy? A pop buy is everybody in here knows somebody that works here in town. That you could just go and hang out at their business for an hour or 30 minutes in the afternoon. You don't have to take anything. You can, but you don't have to. You're just going to pop by, say hello and hang out, be a friend. Bullshit. Right? Then leave. Then why is that important? First of all, they like you. You're building relationships. But do you think their colleagues are seeing you there? Do you think they're going to ask, who's that keeps coming by to see you? Oh, that's my friend Dominique. She's cool. Yeah, we hang out. What's she do? Oh, she sells real estate. Really? See how that works? And you're doing things that are fun, right? That's a pop buy. But you can see I have a check mark because I did that every week. I enjoyed doing that, didn't I? See how you're tracking your business now and what you're doing and what activities are working? We're going to take that another step in a minute. Exercise daily. I didn't do that too well. I only did that week 1. in week 4. You can tell because my stomach has not gone away. Research vacation tickets because I need to buy them, right? I did that in week 2. Doesn't say anywhere that I bought them. It does down below. And then review database for warm leads. I'll talk about that more in a minute. Go to lunch with someone in my sphere. That is the cool piece. How many of y'all like coffee? Coffee. You don't drink coffee? How many like beer? Okay. Wine? So what I'm suggesting that you do is set coffee dates in the morning or at lunch or whatever with friends and bullshit. People you like. Do it a couple times a week. Hey, or even once a week, right? Have a lunch date with somebody. Let's go hang out, have some lunch. Well, you might want to look at, yeah, this is with people that you like. If you don't like talking to people, yeah, let's go. Actually, tonight at 5:30, it's Beverage with the Vic, so come over to Angry Ginger. Oh, I mean, that's up to you. Yeah. I'll buy everybody a drink. It doesn't have to be alcoholic, but the first one's on me. Just say it, huh? Okay. So at the bottom, at the end of the month, what you're going to do is you're going to write out what worked and what didn't work. So if we look at the bottom, what worked this month? Writing cards worked great. I love it. I have a great response for those. There's a lot of different things you can write cards for. You can write thank you cards, right? You can write cards to people that are looking to rent, that have rented their homes, that are may looking to be buying. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of things. You can write a card to your friend. So sorry to hear about your daughter. She fell off her bike, broke her arm. Right? Little things like that mean a lot to people. Means a lot to me when I get them. Does it mean to you? Popeyes. I love them. Obviously I did because you see I checked every one of them off. Pretty cool, huh? What didn't work? Lunch appointments. I just can't get people to meet. So when you come sit with us, we're going to talk about that. What are you saying? What are you asking? How are you saying it? Well, let's go talk about real estate for lunch today, Dana. What are you doing? That's what I'm saying. I'm asking everybody to come talk to me about real estate. Well, you probably need to change that, right? You probably need to talk to them about something else besides real estate.
Let them talk.
Yes. Yep.
Let them talk about them. Everybody loves to talk about themselves.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Morning. I know you're online. So research vacation tickets. I did that, right? I'm sorry. Let me go back. Still don't understand the warm lead thing. I'll come to that in just a minute. We'll come back to that. Exercising. I've got to get into a routine. Stomach keeps growing. I suck at that, But if I look at it every month, it's going to make me want to do it, right? If I put it on my goal every month, it's going to make me want to do it. See what I mean? One-page thing right here. You're looking at every month of what you need to do. And next month, you rewrite it and update it with what worked or maybe you want to change. Remember when we talked about your business plan, you're going to put in the activities that you want to do. And if they don't work during a year, we're going to change them each month. This is how you change because you're going to say what worked and what didn't work. And when we talk to you, we're going to say, well, look, you say Facebook ads don't work. What did you do? How'd you do it? What you put up there? Let me see it, right? And that'll help you. Make sense? Touching 50 people a week is hard. Got to get better. It's a lot. That's a lot of people, especially when you're like 10, you don't like people. She likes people. I'm just saying he just says he doesn't, but he does. And then those of you online, I'm going to try to get it to there. Is that better for y'all online? Yeah, now you can see it. And again, the handouts are in the comment section. You can pull those up. And then vacation tickets are expensive. Because I did the research, right? I was supposed to buy them this month. But I did the research because I got 6 months before I'm actually leaving. But now that I did research, I know how much they are. All right, now I'm going to commit. I got to go buy them. But when you sit with us and we do the coaching session, we're going to say, did you buy those tickets? Nope. Next month, we're going to be like, yeah. Next month, we're going to be like, did you buy those tickets? You're coming up in 6 months or 4 months or 5 months or 3 months. It's called accountability. Most people don't like accountability. Do you like working at Taco Bell?
Do you like working a 9 to 5?
Do you like working 9 to 5? Because
Being told how much you make?
being told what time to be there, what to do, where to go. Today you thought you were flipping burgers, but you're not. You're cleaning the grease grill. You're taking out trash, or you're cleaning the bathrooms. Perspective, folks. This is the work of what we do, right? This is your monthly plan, monthly goals. It's your goals. It's your business. This is just a tracker to help keep you in perspective, keep you on track. Questions about this sheet? Again, there's a blank one at the very back. You're going to fill it out. So you can start, I would say you're filling out for November to match your goals in your production, right? Fill it out. Come talk to us. We're going to set an appointment. We do coaching, and we're going to cover this. Remember we talked about that the other day that I was excited about? This is really going to help. Really going to help. So let's look at how your week looks, because we just did a month, right? We kind of did a month of everything. Now we're just going to kind of break out a weekly schedule. So Al, I got to do all this. How am I going to get it done? Well, basically what you're going to do is you're going to work in the morning and you're going to have fun in the afternoon. Can you do that at Taco Bell? 9 to 5? No. Real estate you can. No one wants to do the work. All they want to do is, I want to go look at houses and write contracts and negotiate and get paid. Can I just do that? Sure. Yep. If you want to do 2 or 3 a year. How many in here have a goal more than 2 or 3 a year? Really? You only want to do 2 or 3 a year? Y'all have more than 2 or 3 a year you want to do? Right? Yeah? Then you need to be a little more intent. Right? Look, when I say go socialize with people, remember we talk about the disc all the time. I don't mean go out and be like, hey, I'm here. What are y'all doing? Let's talk. Oh, what? No.
Oh, man.
Right? You're going to socialize and you're going to hang out with people that you like. That's the cool thing. Right? Some of you are like, man, I don't really want to go hang out with people. I don't like people. The cool thing is you like somebody, you have friends, focus on them. Right? They're like-minded. So when you do a transaction with them or people they know, do you think it's going to be easy? Probably. Easier than just a stranger, because you already have a trust that you built going into it. You know what I mean? Database. Everything you do should be growing your database. So those of you online, I'm going to scroll down to the daily, and this thing is crooked. Let me see if I can get it to spin. And I really don't like. Well, I don't think I can get it to spin because it's the whole thing. So if you go into the, again, go into notes, you pull the handouts and you'll be able to see it. So if you notice, this is a week at a glance. This is how your normal work week's going to look. And again, you can write it out because I have a blank one attached. This is an example. It's a good one. You can just follow it, put it in your calendar, use it as your model, right? If you notice, Sundays, what are we doing? Not a damn thing. It's family day. Talk about it whenever you fill it out in your calendar. It's on your week now, right? Monday morning. Look, whatever, these times can shift for whatever works for you. I get up at 5 o'clock. If you get up at 7 or 8, then you need to shift this out however you like. 7 to 8, exercise, get ready. If you do affirmations, do affirmations. Everybody knows what affirmations are, right? You write out positive notes, positive things. You talk about them every day. You repeat them or you write them out several times. Everybody has their own routine, right? That's your morning. Get to work. Go ahead and write your 2 personal notes. Get it out of the way. Get it out of the way before you get all the garbage in your head. What do you mean by garbage? That email that's going to stress you the hell out. You see what I'm saying? We haven't checked the emails yet. But the first thing you do in the morning is pull your phone up and start looking at emails. You're probably going to be stressed before you even get in this morning. Is it going to matter if you reply at 6 a.m. or 8 a.m.? No, because they probably don't even get their happy ass out of bed till 9. Just saying, right? Give yourself a little bit extra time to get charged, get something out of the way, write your cards. After that, all right, let's go ahead and start doing some work. Let's look at our email, respond to emails. Let's look at the hot sheet. Everybody know what a hot sheet is? Right? Look at a hot sheet so we know what's going on with the inventory for the day, for the week. Then for the next couple hours, we're going to lead gen. What's lead gen? Calling your buyers, calling your sellers, posting on Facebook, writing cards. I don't care. Do something to generate business. Work on your 50 for the week. By the way, if you have to do 50 for a week, how many is that a day? Who said 5?
My math.
She meant 5 in the morning, 5 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did.
Look at that. I love it. I love it when he that's awesome. That's 10. That's 10 a day. I'm going to skip to the bottom real quick. So you're going to track each week on each day how many that you've done. At the bottom it says total touches a day. Goal is 10 a day, 50 a week. So if I did 7 on Monday, 4 on Tuesday, 12 on Wednesday, 6 Thursday, 11 Friday, and 10 Saturday, how many is that? That's 50. I don't want anybody to kick their shoes off or start using their toes. That's 50. That is 50 for the week. Okay? So back to our Monday. Lead gen, set appointments. And then at lunch at 11 o'clock, we're going to do email. If we're going to do an open house, we're going to go ahead and pick an open house for the weekend. Right? Update our database. We'll do that then. Go to lunch. You need some time to charge. I don't care if you take 30 minutes, whatever, but take some time for lunch. That afternoon, let's go do putt buys. Find someone, a couple people to go hang out with. Joe.
Go drive for dollars, get shot.
Yeah, go drive for dollars. That's the other one. That's next. Show homes, listing appointments, drive for dollars, meet people. Go wander around a store with your name tag on. Walk through Lowe's, walk through freaking Home Goods. I don't care. Someone's going to talk to you. If it's not, it's because you're walking around. Right? Yeah. Smile. Right? When you walk around, just look happy. People will want to talk to you. If you walk around looking sourpuss all the time, ain't no one going to say nothing. Right? RBF. Everybody knows what RBF is, right? Resting, bitch face. Yeah. Tuesday. Oh, by the way, 5 o'clock, we're going to follow up with our emails again, update our database, and then we're going to go home. Go home. What time do we get home? Shit, 5 o'clock? No way, Al. Yeah, if you have a structured day, you can. Hell, you can go home at 1 o'clock if you do a lot of work that morning. If you know you're working all day Saturday, your kid's got a soccer game this afternoon, you want to pick them up at school and take them to grab something to eat and go to the soccer game. Hell yeah, let's do it. Because you did all your work that morning. Right? Can you do that at Taco Bell? No. Yeah, this is the work, folks. This is the work that you're going to do every day. You set your work schedule when you did your calendar. I'm just showing you how to work every day. But how that's work. That's right. How are you going to hit your goals if you don't work? Make sense? Day 2, same thing. Really similar. Tuesday, exercise affirmations, write personal notes, email, hot sheet, sales meeting, lead gen, make appointments. Buyer appointments for the afternoon, right? I need to do a buyer consultation. I'm going to show you who to follow up with, how to set a warm list, all that in just a minute, so you know who to talk to. Update email, update database, lunch with a list. What? I got to go to lunch with somebody? Remember we talked about coffee, lunch, friends? How about get a bunch of friends together? Maybe once a month, let's do lunch, let's do breakfast, let's do something. That's networking, right? That's powerful networking. Because people are going to see you at the restaurant and like, see your name tag, and like, holy shit. Your friends are going to refer you, right? Guess what? You're probably talking about real estate. Someone's going to ask you about real estate. Now business write-off, you can pay for it. What? I got to pay for that? Yeah, put it in your business plan. Maybe rotate with your friends. Everybody gets it once a month. You know what I mean?
I even do double dates. Because Miguel is way better at like surface level conversations, and some people don't want to have like deep, meaningful conversations. So when I know I have those type of like past clients that I'd like to turn into A-listers, I'll be like, hey, you're going on a double date with me, because people really like just help with all of the stuff that I'm not that great at.
And that's an awesome idea. You know, if you have your spouse is just a chatty catty and loves to socialize, man, you know what?
He doesn't know a stranger.
You know what? You're pushing them, right? They're coming with you. They're your plus one or tag along. Make sure they get a wad full of business cards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come on in, Ghost. Come on in. So that afternoon, what are we going to do? Show homes, go to listing appointments, drive for dollars, meet for people, maybe door knock for open house. Just ideas, folks, right? Write out your plan. What are we doing in the afternoon all these days? Every day is the same thing, isn't it? So what we've worked till when? We're in the office till when? The morning. Now, you don't have to come in here. I suggest that you do, because you're treating it as a J-O-B, a job. If you went to Taco Bell, you'd have to be there all day. Are you going to get more done here than you will at home? You're damn right you will. Why? Because you don't have the distraction. You don't have the cat shitting all over the house and you got to go clean it up. You're just sitting at work stressing about the cat shitting all over the house and you got to go clean it up. It's the reality of it.
All the things you want to remodel.
Yeah. Or the laundry, or the dishes, you know, or the dog's so excited they just want to play. My dog comes in and she'll put her head, like she's a boxer, and she'll put her whole weight of her head on my leg or on my arm, and she just like gives me those eyes and looks up like, come on, Dad, come kick the ball. Come on, come play. Right? I can't work when she does that. And if I don't, she'll lay right beside me and she'll go,
Yeah.
and she'll just do that big old sigh and just lay there. And then next the damn cat comes in. She has a freaking cat. And that thing will just climb up around and start clawing shit, and I'll start swinging and kicking and throwing shit at it. Do I get any work done? Hell no. I got to close the door. And then you hear him outside the door. Can you get any work done? No. That's why I tell you, you got to come in the office, right? You got to make it a routine. If you don't have business, it's because you're not working. You're not working your plan. Simple as that. So let's talk a little bit about, I'm not going to go through each day. You can see it. So on Saturday, what are we doing Saturday? We're working Saturday. If you don't have a day off, you're working, right? If you didn't check it for a day off, well, what are we doing? We're going to show homes, because you got buyers that are going to probably work on weekends. Don't do them Sunday, schedule them for Saturday. You got probably sellers that would rather have you come out on Saturday to look at the house or go over numbers, right? If you're not doing that, you're probably going to a kids event. That's a great way to meet people, right? How do you meet people? You use the Ford system. Family, occupation, recreation, dreams. Sit beside somebody new. Hey, which kid's yours? Oh, that's awesome. What school do they go to? Really? Do they get over there? Oh, that's cool. What do you do for work? They're going to ask that. You see what I mean? Next game, you sit beside somebody else. There's people that actually just walk down the sidelines talking to everybody. Hey, how you doing? You know, create relationships with folks. Because are they going to ask you what you do? Probably. They know you in real estate. So next time you go to see them, they're going to be like, hey, man. They're going to see you there. You're going to say hello. Hey, how's Beth Ann? She good? Did she get that little thing taken care of we talked about? Cool. Soccer games, or just go socialize, go to an event, go somewhere. Wear a shirt. Or do the name tag trick. Right? Upside down. No, wear it and someone says something about it. Oh, you're a cold maker? Oh, shit, sorry, I didn't mean to have my name tag and throw it in your pocket.
Oh.
because it doesn't look
Rick
like,
used to teach me to wear it upside down.
yeah, or wear it upside down. But if you put it on, it doesn't look like, and someone says something, you know, you take it off, it doesn't look like you're going around like, yeah, this is who I am, and I work for Global Banker. Here's my name, you know. So when someone says something, you go, oh shit, right? But if you're at like a, say, national night out, and you're walking around, and someone says something, you take it off, put it in your pocket. You're gonna walk, put it back on. Someone else says something, right? See what I mean? You're being intent. Or just wear a shirt that has it on it. Yeah, I was out showing houses today. I was out looking at houses today. Did you look at houses on your way there? You probably did. See what I mean? Socialize. The other thing you can do is go through your database. Look at and create your warm list. Does anybody know what a warm list is?
Like the people who may buy in the futures.
People that you think are going to make a life change. Some sort of life change, right? These are people that you obviously are going to be keeping in touch with because something's getting ready to happen because you've kept in touch. During your flow of talking to people, meeting with folks, watching them on Facebook, right? By the way, when you do lead gen, you can Facebook message people, hey, how's it going? How's family? As long as you do something with Ford, that's a contact, that's a touch. Doesn't have to be a phone call. There's a lot of lead generating systems and techniques out there that say, no, you just got to be at the phone. Call. Well, that's not really the case. No. Some people would rather you text. What's the best type of communication?
What they like.
What's the best form?
In person.
In person, face to face. The next best is on the phone, right? So they can hear inflection, they can talk to you. After that, it's going to be, it's kind of hard to interpret text messages or things like that. So your warm list criteria, go through your database. As you're talking to people, figure out if they're saying they're going to increase their family. Oh, she's pregnant. Man, you're going to need a bigger house. You're not going to say that, but that's what you think. Now they're on your warm list. They're on your radar, right? You definitely want to keep up with them because they're going to make it a change. They're getting a bigger house. They're probably going to sell what they have and buy something else. Oh, that's two. See what I mean? How about if they have children 10 and under? They're going to grow up. They need a bigger room. They got teenagers. They got kids. You see what I mean? They got friends that are going to be coming over now. Teenage children. They're probably going to be getting out of the house, graduating soon. Children that left the home all recently, went to college. Maybe they want to downsize, empty nesters, that kind of thing. Living above or below their means. You're going to know those folks, right? Struggling every month. They don't want to go to lunch because they just can't afford it. No, I'll take you. And eventually you're going to start having a conversation with them about how to fix that. You're providing value. When you meet with people, your conversations aren't just asking them about real estate. You're probably not even going to talk about real estate. You're just being a friend. Simple as that. Real estate's going to come up because they're going to ask you what you do, right? Then you're going to tell them, and then you're going to go back and talk to them and let them talk. They need to be the one talking the most. Ask a couple questions, let them talk. Who doesn't like talking about themselves? Who doesn't like sharing? Right? Everybody loves it. Have lived in their home 3 years or more. Typically it's 7, but in our area it's 3. Why? Orders. Right? They're going to be getting orders soon. They get a promotion. Hey, now we can afford that house. Keep in touch with people, you're going to see that. Watch them on Facebook, interacting with people, right? A's to B's. C's to B's, B's to A's. See what I mean? Database. Makes sense? Commute change. Maybe now they got transferred from the air station to Cherry Point. Own a building lot. They own a lot. They want to build. They own multiple properties. That's another one. They're an investor. Probably going to want to buy more if they're tired of renting. These are on your warm list, right? So when we're following up with people Remember, we're touching 50 people a week, right? Every month I can talk to these people. Hey, how's it going? Doing good? Do you have any available rentals? I got some people looking for rent, place to rent. That'd be a cool thing to ask every month, wouldn't it? Someone has multiple properties. Great way to keep in touch. I do it with my investors. Did it yesterday. I actually had someone looking. That's fine. It's been a habit that I always reach out to them when someone asks me. Like, yeah, let me call. Getting married or divorced. There's ways to get business. You see. Yeah, that may hit home for some of y'all, but if there are things you see marketing where you get in contact with a divorce attorney, right? So that you can get leads from a divorce attorney, because you usually get to liquidate. It's a thought. If you know someone that's an attorney that deals with a lot of divorces, they're now your new friend because they can refer a ton of business with you.
See, there's the positive today. And I just sent him a contract for real estate, so I'm already
Okay.
Turn our local divorce attorney to a real estate attorney.
So I don't know why I put offers. Getting, have offers, retiring. Orders is what it should say. Getting orders, have orders, retiring, that kind of thing. And offers, I don't know what offers is. It should say order. It should say orders. So does everybody feel like this is a good plan that they could actually do? Right? Pretty simple, isn't it? It's a JOB, but it's a simple JOB because you work half the day and the rest of the day you're out having fun. Because if you're in real estate, don't you love looking at houses? Right? So the afternoon, you're either out showing buyers, on listing appointments, driving for dollars, or meeting with people that you like. Holy shit. Is that cool or what? Anybody online have any questions so far? Y'all good? Don't hear anything, so I'm guessing everybody's good. Again, in the handouts online, they are they're in the notes in the comments section, and there are blanks for you to fill out if you want to change your weekly schedule or whatever. And what you'll do is you'll come to get in touch with Jenny or I, and we will set appointments to do tracking to help keep you on track and help you fill these out and meet monthly or every other week or weekly to make sure you're staying on your goals. All right? I have one activity that we're going to do today. And you're going to love this next activity. Y'all online, you can do this as well. You're just not going to get the fancy card. Let me get rid of the broadcast real quick. All right, you should be able to see me now. Y'all see me now? Yes, no? Okay, thank you. So what you're going to do next is I want you to be thinking about the end of the year, right? We are in 2025. It's October of 2025, and we're going through our goal setting again. And you have looked the past year, and it has been amazing. You've succeeded in hitting all your goals. You actually went over them. You actually took 3 vacations this year instead of 2. You bought that new car, right? You bought your kids all new clothes for school, something you've been wanting to do for years, right? How's that look? How's that feel? What you're going to do next is you're going to write yourself a letter, a thank you card. And it's going to say something like, hey, Al, man, you have had an awesome year. We took 3 vacations. We went to Disney and had a great time. The kids laughed the whole time. They were so exhausted. They were to sleep in the car by the time we got back to the hotel every day. You sold 52 homes this year. Your goal was 48. You bought that new car. You paid cash. You now have, start from the top. Start from the top and go right down. If you have to write on the back, that's fine. You paid cash. You now have 6 months reserves in your savings. You paid off your credit cards. Man, so proud of what you did this year. Write the card to yourself. I'm going to give you an envelope. You're going to put your name on the front of it and seal it. And I'm not going to open it. I'm going to give it to you next year.
I'm scared.
Those of you online, you can write it out, put an envelope, and bring it to us. Yep. I see you, McKenna, Christy, Samantha. Yeah, absolutely. So write your cards, write it to yourself. Dear T, you sexy thing. You did awesome this year. Write it out. This is accountability, my folks. This is you holding yourself accountable. Because at the end of the year, when you go to open this envelope up, you're either going to be very happy, or you're going to be like, man, I want to do that next year. I want to open that goal. I want to open that envelope and hit all those goals. I've just talked to somebody recently, and they said, Al, I want to hit my goal here. And I said, no, because I've told a lot of you this. No, you're going to go higher than that, because I know you can do better than that. And they've said, I've never done that much. And I said, I don't care, because you're going to do more. I see what you can do. I know that you can do it. So remember, when I said I want it probably more than you do, you guys got to match it, okay? And our meetings are going to do that. So write yourself the letter, put on the outside of the card your name. You can even date it on the outside of the card. That's fine. I'll read another sample that I did. I'm so happy to report to you that I worked the plan I put in place. Over the past year, I've taken 4 family vacations, which has included 2 week-long trips to Disney, 1 long weekend ski trip, and even a week-long cruise to the Bahamas. All of these are paid and not on credit cards. Speaking of credit cards, the $20,000 I had in credit card debt is paid off, and I have 5 months reserves in the bank. How's that feel? Some of the other things I've been able to accomplish this year is to buy a new car, purchase our first rental property. Woo! Yep, woohoo was on there. And buy a new truck for Frank. Frank is my little kid. Yes, that's 2 new vehicles this year. 2! Holy shit, I had a good year. I'm so happy we took the time to plan the year, and most importantly, follow the plan I put in place. My life is so much less stress, and my family is so happy. I am so proud of you and all that you have accomplished, and even more excited for the goals we set for this next year. Signed, Al. How would you like to open that next year and be like, damn, I did that and more? Right? Now, I don't want you to be thinking that, Al, I don't want to write like that because I'm afraid I'm not going to hit it. You need to get rid of the negative. You should be thinking in your head, no, I'm gonna freaking blow that out of the water. I got it. Shit, I told myself I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'll let you all write. Everybody online, are you writing your cards? Are you writing your letters? Thumbs up. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Love it, love it, love it.
I don't know if I'm able to read my handwriting.
That's the other thing is, I was thinking the same thing when I write my own. At the end of the year, I'm like, okay, my goal next year is to improve my handwriting. Don't forget to put your name on the front of it and even date it, just so that I know whose is whose. Obviously, I'm not going to open them, but next year, I'm going to pull them out. And it's going to be so cool. So cool. Might be me. My sinuses are bad. It's probably me. Love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. These should hit you in your feels, folks. This should hit you in your heart. It should hurt. It should feel good and exciting, but intimidating. If it feels like that, you've done the right thing. You're writing the right things down.
On the outside, other than our name.
A date.
Almost reached 125. You're ready.
That's cool. That means you're excited. Seal it up. I don't want to see. I don't want to be able to open it.
Sorry, I'll lick it. Don't bother me, none. My husband's not fit for a living. I worked in a hospital too long now.
Those of you online, when you get your letters and you get to the office, seal them in an envelope. Name and your date, and give them to your BIC. We'll bring them out to you next year. We will keep them. Oh, we're not throwing anybody under the bus today. Not going to throw anybody under the bus today. I seen her come online, and she was. Were you driving?
I was at the dealership.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It might have been, she asked me multiple days ago, like last week. No, I was like, of course.
You done? You good? Take yours. You seal it. Seal it shut. Jenny, that's Tony's. You need to have your husband write one too. Yeah. That's the other thing is you can go home and talk these out with your family. Have your spouse write one, right? Because then they're going to help you with your goals. You see how that can affect, you know what I mean? Because these are things that you're just going to feel throughout the year. Yep. Your family is your biggest support. That's why I tell you to take Sunday off. So let me cover some stats with you real quick while you're all finishing writing. Some of these I've already talked about. 74% of home buyers say they've never heard from their agent after closing. Same complaint with sellers. They don't hear from their agent. They don't care. They do care the house isn't selling, right? They don't care the house isn't being shown. What really pisses them off is that we don't keep in touch with them. That just that infuriates them even more. So when you call them every week, have a certain day, Monday, Tuesday, I don't care. You call the same person every week on the same day for your seller, and you give them an update. Hey, haven't had showings. Hey, we've had 3 showings. Have you seen the feedback? Awesome. How's the family? Do the Ford. Talk about one of those. They're still a friend, right? Treat them that way. Give them an update on the market, right? In your area, there's still 15 homes on the market for sale. Only 1 went pending. That was the one they priced real low. Yeah, it's going to affect us when we close. Talk about it. Give them the updates. Don't be scared about it. They're adults. They'll make the decision to drop the price. If you call them every week and say, we need to drop price, you need to drop price, you need to drop price, how would you feel if you were that seller? You're just out for the money, right? So all you're gonna do is call them every week, be a friend, do the Ford, give them an update. We hadn't had any showings this week, but looking at the pendings, nothing's gone into contract either. It's just been slow. Simple as that. If you don't want to tell your seller, come see us. We'll help you with something. I'm gonna ask you, how many showings? Have you done stats? Have you sent them anything? Do you have them set up on the weekly updates? On the things we talked about on the listing checklist? Right? How many transactions does one person equal per year? How many do they know? 4. Average adult, and there's 4 people that's going to do a transaction every year. 4. All you gotta do is be a friend. Keep in touch with them. Even if you have 2 a year out of everybody. Holy shit. Have we bought leads? Have I talked anything about buying leads from anybody? Or using any other systems? Right? Because your systems that you use for lead gen, meaning Facebook ads, marketing your listings, what's that do? That brings you buyers that now goes in your database that you're going to keep up with to get referrals. I didn't say go to Zillow and buy leads. Go to realtor.com and buy leads. Why are you spending money? Why? Because you're lazy. Yeah, I'll say it. You're lazy. You want it spoon-fed. Here's a buyer. Can you go call them? Here's a seller that thinks they want to sell for $200,000 more than their house is worth. Go call them. It's probably going to be a difficult conversation because you don't know them. You have no idea anything about them. Versus me saying, hey, that was a great coffee the other day. Thank you for letting us go. My friend Sally is looking to sell her house. Do you think you can reach out to her? Isn't that a lot better? Your friend coming to you and telling you that? Than paying for a lead? Hell yeah. Now you can do activities to generate business. You can handwrite cards to all the folks that have a house coming up for rent or that rented last year that closed at the end of December, right? That's lead gen. Sure, but it beats paying for it. You're paying for marketing. By the way, how much does it cost per month to actually keep in touch with somebody per person? Anybody know? They send them a card, do some sort of marketing, do an 8x8. Anybody know? Per person. $2. Why do you think it's $2? First of all, black and white prints are free. Second of all these cards I'm giving you, they're free. Cole Banker has these for free, right? We have a whole locker full of postcards and everything else that you can use for free. All you're paying for is postage. How much is postage? Okay, so if I send out 2 a month or even 3 a month to one person, see what I'm saying? Because the rest of us either phone calls or we're going to have coffee or something else. Make sense? Look, I'm just showing you all this stuff. You ever heard the old adage of, I can lead you to water, I can't make you drink? There's all the water you want. Just got to drink away. If you can't stay in contact with your database 3 times a month, they say that everybody in your database is worth $1,000. $1,000. So if you have 200 people in your database, how much money is that? $200,000. Wow. All I gotta do is grow my database. Is that what you're telling me, Al? Yep. Yes. That's what I'm saying. Just be friends, right? Is this a lot? Everybody think this is a lot, what we covered today? It's a lot to do? Was working at Taco Bell a lot? Hey, boss, can I have my schedule for next week? I'd like to go out and spend some time with my family. Yeah, you're working all weekend. By the way, we need to clean the grill, clean the shitter 2 days. Just saying. Whenever you all think that my business is slow, what do? Go back to your plan. Go to the list of lead gen ideas. Go to the ways to find listings. Come see Jenny or I, and we'll help you, right? I can tell you if you're slow, it's because you're not reaching out to 50 people a week. Why don't 50 is a big number, Al? Yep. I could have said 200 a week. Perspective. It's how busy you want to be. If you don't want to be that busy, talk to 5 people a week. Boom, you'll do 4, 5 transactions a year. That's all you want to do. That's awesome. Good for you. Good for you. I don't want you to be a $10 million producer if all you want to do is 5 transactions a week, or a month, or a year. A year, sorry. A week would be awesome.
I was like, "Dang."
Because then you'd be a $10 million producer. But ignoring that. But if you only would do 5 a year, then your work ethic's going to be different than someone that wants to do 40 a year. You know what I mean? So match your work ethic. That's why I have the examples, so you can figure out what you need to do. And by doing your plan, to know what your production goals are, what your financial goals are, and then sitting and meet with us, we can help you put that plan together. Make sense? Questions for me? Did anybody get anything out of this series?
Yes.
Everybody's shaking their head yes. That's awesome. Do you think it's going to help your business?
Yes.
Yeah? I think it will. I think if you just work the plan, that's all you got to do. Look, you're like, I got to do 48 for the year. Yep. Okay, what do you got to do today? Well, I guess, what time is it? 10:30. I should be lead gen right now. Right? And again, we have class Thursday morning. You're like, Al, you go to hear lead gen. You have class every morning Thursday. Every Thursday you have class, you have lead gen. What's that mean? That means you need to shift that to the afternoon. Shift it some other day. You know what I mean? If you move it, if you do something in that time, you need to move it to some other place. It's called, if you erase it, you replace it. Make sense? Questions? No questions. How about an aha? Anybody give me like, wow, that was so cool. Anything that you got today?
So cool.
Huh? What?
I said, wow, that was so cool.
No, there's one thing that you got out of today that you thought was just like, it'll help you with your business.
You have to keep yourself accountable, and it's not on my toes, and I'm sure that maybe it's stuck on somebody else's, but it makes you feel like, okay, it's my business, it's my job to make sure I get this stuff done.
Mine is.
Tons of excuses, but it is still, at the end of the day, if there's one, it's your fault.
Whose business is it?
I'm smart.
Ah, I love it. She jumped right out with that. That's right. What were you saying?
The keeping up with sellers. That is.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, they're moving to, Germany or California. I'm like, and he's retiring and he's going home afterwards. So, like, what's the point? That's my honest.
But they know still people here, and they still going to refer people other places that you can get referrals out of.
Yeah.
It's just relationships. I've had people reach out to me that left like 3 or 4 years ago, right? And this is years they reach out. And they're like, hey, I got someone moved to the area. And I was like, holy shit, I haven't talked to you in a long ass time. It means I left a pretty good impression, right? For them to remember to refer somebody to me. Holy shit. Because they were my C's. I was like, they're gone. It's like you. They're gone. I ain't gonna have to use them again. No. Or they'll call and say, hey, we'll move back to the area. We'll buy another house.
I had one call me asking me a real estate question. He's not a house in Florida.
Yeah. I love those. Man, you don't have your license in Louisiana. We're getting out. We need you to help us. Yeah, those are the good ones. Because those are lasting impressions, right? All right, folks, if you have any other questions, that's it for today. Appreciate you for coming out. Thank you. And set times with us, Jenny and I, so we can help go through your business plan. Shut this recording off. Recording, stop recording.